So Little Mermaid. What time is it, Mom? Like 7? Yeah. So Little Mermaid, 7, 2 hours. It's a 2-hour movie. I just found out it was 2 hours. It, like, when I was looking at the movie, it said 2 hours. But look, we're gonna have so much fun. So right now we're at the theaters. Don't mind my hair. Mom's coming in. So we'll talk about the movie once we're out of it. But I told y'all I was gonna come and see it. That was the plan. Mom, quick question though. How do you feel about all the, I think I asked you, how do you feel about all the remakes, the movie remakes?
Well, I think that they need to get some creativity. Somebody needs to do something.
Do they have to stop? So you don't want to see like Fast and Furious like 23 or?
Nope.
You don't want to keep going out for that?
Nope. I do have a Regal card.
Yeah, you do.
I do have a Regal card, huh?
Yes. So let's do this.
You know how to do it.
We're still trying to get in. You don't want the photo op? They really did it. They really did it. A photo op? Do I want a photo op? That line is shorter. So you're gonna just wait and buy it? I'm also just getting this line then. Your mom. Moms. Have you seen The Little Mermaid? Huh? Have you seen the movie? It's good, right? Yeah, see, look, it's good.
Okay, whatever. Okay. And then the blue ones are open. Which ones you want, Kelly?
What was the best part though for you, like overall? What's like the best part for you? Like, was it the singing?
13 and 14. That's a lot. You want medium or you want small?
I'm struggling, so it's just either way, it's gonna be a struggle.
Let me see the small. Go ahead. Man. Yeah. So half cherry, half Pepsi.
Dang. Dang. That's crazy. Let me come over here. Okay, thanks. Okay. I mean, at this, let's go.
M instead of N. We're going to be sitting right next to him. No, but we went up there. It's supposed to be N and not M.
Let's get in first to see how it looks. If we hate it, then we'll switch it. We can just go straight to the manager. Hey. Like, it was really pretty good. That's what I'm saying. It was pretty good. All right. That wasn't bad. I'm gonna have to get your thoughts though, but yeah, it really wasn't like. Yeah. I saw The Little Mermaid. I saw it. I watched it. I have my own opinions about it. And I'm doing this because you weren't going to go see it immediately. You wanted to wait. You wanted to see the reviews. So I did it. I dragged my mother out, to go see this movie for you. There was traffic. There was traffic on my way to the theater. I endured that for you. I don't even like popcorn. But I had to eat the popcorn with the butter and with the salt. I had to eat the popcorn. I had to get a Coca-Cola cherry icy because of you. I suffered because of you. Now my sugar intake was all messed up because of you. I did that. I sat in that theater for 2 hours. There was a kid crying behind me. I did that for you. Don't ever say I never did nothing for you. Yeah, I'm going to share my thoughts about the movie. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not going to like just give you guys a washed over response or just tell you what you want to hear or, you know, keep it very cute. I'm just going to be honest and tell you. So this is how I felt about the movie. Hi, my name is Reed the Writer, and welcome back to my channel. If you're here, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Also, if you're interested in any of my books, check the description box down below because I'm a writer. I write books. That's what I do. So I like to talk about these things because it's interesting for me. If you're interested in my books, go check them out. They're self-help books, positivity. That's like the way relationships Lego. So I forced my mother to go watch the movie. I would bring her up here to do this with you guys so you can have more of her reaction, but like, I'm not even gonna cap. Like the whole driving experience was a little bit rough because I didn't know the movie was going to be 2 hours. I honestly thought the movie was 1 hour. But I looked up the movie, I wasn't looking for reviews, I just wanted to look at the movie as we were headed towards the theater, and it said 2 hours. My mother almost drove us back. Like, she was almost done with me. Like, I almost went from being the golden child, the chosen one, to being my brothers, and I didn't want that. So I had to convince her, and we went, and the experience was quite interesting. So I'll start off with this. The theater itself was not packed as much as I would have thought it would have been. It was a Friday late afternoon to night. It was about like 6:40ish when we went to the theater. But when we went inside to theater 8, the theater was packed. It was packed out with kids. We saw a whole bunch of women in there, which I was like, okay, cool. All right, some moms went in by themselves, or some people who were kids back in 1989 went to go see the movie. So I was like, that's pretty chill. But tons of kids were running around. I haven't gone to the theater to see a kids movie in forever. So I wasn't used to all these kids crying. They were crying. Man, so many kids were crying. Like, I'm not a snitch, but I snitched. I had to. This kid behind me would not stop. At every scene, I was like, this kid, stop crying. Even when, like, one of the theater workers came in to tell the mom, like, hey, your kid's crying. This kid kept crying and throwing stuff. I was agitated. I was a little bit mad. Overall, the film was pretty great, to be honest with you. Let's get into the parts that I liked and some parts that I kind of didn't like. But for the most part, I actually liked the movie. Like, I'm not just saying that just to say that, like, just to be that person. I know this movie got like a lot of hate, a lot of backlash. I actually enjoyed the movie. Halle Bailey, she did her thing. I was a little bit nervous. I didn't know exactly what to expect with her acting performance. I don't know if this was one of her first movies she's acted in. I'm pretty sure she's been in other stuff. I know she was in a TV series. I know about that, but like a major picture. Didn't know what to expect, but watching the film, she sold me as Ariel. I will say this. I don't remember watching the 1989 version of The Little Mermaid. Maybe I watched it, but I feel like I was way too young, and to be honest, I don't remember the scenes. I did go on TikTok a little bit to look up some things, but I genuinely just wanted to go watch this movie with a fresh face, without any like backlog to kind of like mark up my perception of the film. I just wanted to see the film for what it was. Halle Bailey's performance was like just that. It was really good. She sold me. I really felt like her father was messing up her flow. She was out here doing her thing, collecting like gadgets and forks and like combing her hair with it. Her best friend was a bird, Scuttle. No cap. Like, hey, this is nothing offensive. No cap. Scuttle, man. Like, I had to look up the actress who played Scuttle. I was like, man, I don't know, man. Like, it's just, it was rough. It was rough for me. The bird, I don't know, man. The bird. But Sebastian, I liked Sebastian. His face, even though he was a crab and it was like live action, he had a lot of dimensions to his face. Like, you could tell when he was sad. His little mouth was so cute, and when he was upset, he would frown a little bit, or when he was happy, you could see like a little baby smile. So I was like, oh, Sebastian's kind of cute and whatnot. So I like Sebastian the most. Flounder, man, yeah, hey, yeah, I have to be honest. Yo, yeah, yeah, the fish, yeah, cry, yeah, yeah, the fish was horrifying. That fish, yeah, there was, oh, I gotta calm down. There was a scene where Ariel was in like the sunken boat, the sunken ship. Her and Flounder were scavenging for who knows what, more gadgets, more gizmos. Part of the song, I don't know. She was out there touching Flounder and touching his little fin. I was looking at him in the face. And his face, it's not, I had to keep telling myself this is live action, and if she was really a mermaid and she was really friends, if she was really friends with a fish, if she was really friends with a fish, that's what a fish would look like, because that's what fish look like. They look weird. Its face was just, it had that fish face, the eyes. I don't know where Flounder was looking, but he was looking at Ariel, but I thought he was looking in a different direction. That little scene where him and Ariel were inside the boat and she was messing with his fins. No cap. I was like, me and my mom were like thinking the same thing because she said it to me first. She was like, yo, she's gonna hurt the fish. I was like, yes, stop touching his little fins. I could not get over how scary the Flounder was. I looked up Flounder on Google when I got home just to make sure, like, is this really what kids were running for? And the Flounder in the Disney animation, it was cute. He was chunky. He had like this little face, his little hair, or whatever it was, fin, I don't know. That Flounder was so scary looking. But what made up for it was Flounder's voice. The actor for him, I liked him. He was super cute, sounded like a little kid. It helped me get over how horrifying Flounder looked. I'm sorry, Disney. It was just, I don't know. It's just, I could not get around it. I tried my best just looking at this fish. And almost at one point, I was like, telling Ariel, tell the fish to get out of here. It was so scary. Halle Bailey did a phenomenal job. She sold me on the role. I felt her. She wanted Eric. She gave me that cute pouty look when she was on the rocks, looking at the castle. Even like after she saved Eric from his boat being destroyed, dragging him back to shore. There she was on his chest, just looking at his face, marveling him. She just sold me. I have no qualms about her acting performance, especially once she got her legs, her actual feet, and she was walking around and going into the market, this Caribbean kind of town, which I kind of like. The town was pretty cool. The little dance number was a little bit different for me, but overall the town was pretty cute. But I love that little scene where she was walking through the town and touching stuff, and this guy gave her some food to eat and gave her a fork, and she was about to twirl the fork in her hair, and the two people behind her are going like, what's this? What's she doing? And she puts the fork down, she runs off. So she did a great job. She sold me. I liked it. Jonah Howard King as Prince Eric. I had no clue who he was before this film. Afterwards, I like him. He has a really cute face. I like his dimples. His storyline, I kind of understood it. He was a prince. He was also adopted, which I thought, well, okay, that's pretty cool. He's adopted. He just wanted to travel around the sea and see everything. So him and Ariel's storyline like matched up. They had similar energy. They just wanted to be out in the ocean and see new things. She wanted a man. He wanted to go travel. They both were on that same like vibe, just seeing stuff. I like that Prince Eric had his own like little man cave slash library, and he was doing research on the oceans and just traveling. He was just doing his thing as a prince. I liked it. His acting performance was great. I will say this, that song, Wild Uncharted Waves, yo. Me and my mom, we're like, I think it's because we're black. And like, if you're black, you can tell me this in the comment section, but I feel like with black people, we'll look at something, like just as an individual, we'll look at something and we'll look around the room. And I just don't know why we do this, but we just instinctively do this. We'll look around the room to find another black person to see if they're thinking the same thing we're thinking. And we'll nod at each other from across the room and agreeing that whatever we're partaking in is weird as heck. Like, that's strange. Like, we'll both go like, yo, that's, what's that? Like, hey, we gotta get out of here. Like, collectively, even though we've never met each other. That's like black people. We just do that. The minute Prince Eric started singing, my mother, at the same time as me, our eyes crack over and we look at each other and we both go, huh? Like, it was like, I don't know. Like, I know maybe the song was part of the Broadway Little Mermaid. I'm not sure. I'm not a Broadway enthusiast. I've seen The Lion King on Broadway and I really like that. Like, that was my jam. I really like that. But this, man, he was singing. I was just like, I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. It just wasn't for me. But Hallie, when she was singing, I like that. She just needs to keep singing. Just keep giving her singing roles. That's her like bread and butter. I like that. But Prince Eric's song, me and my mom we're cracking up a little bit. It wasn't for us. Melissa McCarthy. Come on now. Her as Ursula was, man, that was the ish. That scene of Ariel entering into Ursula's like little cave or whatever it was, and her going past those weird urchin things on the walls that were trying to grab her, and there you have it, Ursula just sitting and just looking so pristine and just evil, so evil, just nefarious, just ooh. And you know she's evil. And I'm thinking to myself as if I were Ariel, and I'm like, Ariel, you're black. We don't do that kind of stuff. Get out of there. Like, bro, what are you doing? Get out of here. I know you like your man, but you gotta leave. She looked evil. She looked like she about to do something to you. Like, it just was not the vibe. But I loved Melissa McCarthy's like performance. The Poor Unfortunate Souls. Like I said, I didn't watch the movie. I don't remember it, but I actually went back and I watched the True Number off of the animated series, and it was a cap. It was cool. It was actually really cool. But yeah, Melissa, she sold me. There was a scene in the movie where Ariel didn't kiss Prince Eric. I'm not spoiling anything because I feel like you guys have already seen the movie, but in that scene where Ariel doesn't kiss Prince Eric, you have like Ursula crawling on the ground to go grab like Ariel, and it was horrifying. It was so scary and it sold me. So if anyone deserves an award, it definitely should be Melissa. At some point, I was almost falling more in love with the villain than I was hyping up Ariel to like get her man. I was kind of almost going like, man, like, can Ursula come back? Like, can she sing some more? She was so entertaining. So she sold me on the film. Jessica Alexander. Her playing Vanessa, which was also Ursula, like in disguise, was fantastic. Her performance was A-okay with me. There was a scene in the movie where she was laughing that Ariel did not kiss Prince Eric. And that laugh, I feel like she was only in the movie for like maybe 10, 14 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, like the max, but like definitely around like 14, 15 minutes in the movie. But her whole screen time, I was feeling it. But that laugh she did, that cackle, I'll see if I can find it on TikTok and I'll just like insert it right here. But that laugh was so diabolical because she knew she won. She knew she had the upper hand. That laugh, and when she was sinking into the ground, it was so cool. I like that. I have to talk about it. The Scuttlebutt song. In the film, it was fine. It was cute. I laughed. I liked that. When Sebastian started rapping, cute. I like that. That was fine. When I listened to the song on my own on YouTube, no. You know, it's strange. When you listen to something like outside the film, you can make so many more speculations and you have your own opinions about it just because you're listening to the song outside of where it should belong in the film. So outside the film, the Scuttlebutt song was bad. I'm not gonna lie, it was bad. But inside the film, once like the momentum was built up, it began, the little number, Scuttle and Sebastian had their like little rap scene. It was very cute. My mother actually like giggled a lot and she really liked that. Like once Sebastian started rapping, we both went, oh, okay, oh. We both did, oh. We like sat back and we just like laughed about it. So it was cute. It was cute in the film. I feel like the kids in the theater like laughed really hard during that scene. And I like to keep that in mind. Like this film is not really for adults. It does have like a adult like essence to it. Maybe because the movie was kind of pandering to kids who were from the 1989 era. But at the end of the day, The Little Mermaid is made for children. So you got to think about like the aspect of a child, like how a child is thinking. Crab is rapping. For a kid, that is hilarious. They were enjoying themselves, so I was fine with it. All in all, the movie was fine. I don't see any major issues with it. The CGI, maybe in some scenes, but I wasn't going to go watch The Little Mermaid expecting Avatar 2. I know a lot of people keep bringing that up, like Avatar 2 had the best quality visually. We could see the ocean, we could see the waves. It was breathtaking. Avatar 2, how come the water doesn't look like that in Little Mermaid? I like to keep in mind that with Avatar was distributed through Fox. Even though Disney does own Fox and Avatar 2 was still being ran by James Cameron. And that technology James Cameron was making for Avatar 2 was also still being developed and created for that movie. So I feel like with The Little Mermaid, they knew that they were going to produce it, but I don't think they realized how the quality of the ocean and everything would look once it was filmed and put out into theaters. I feel like it was already too late. Like the damage was already done. It was not going to be as sharp as Avatar 2, and they knew that, but the movie was already on track and they wanted to put it out, so it was just meant to be. Overall, I had to tell myself this. If I had a kid, I don't have any kids right now, but if I had a kid, would I take my kid to go see The Little Mermaid? And I would say yes. Or anything that would sway against anyone's like personal beliefs. The movie stayed very clear and on track to what its objective was, which was basically, like I said before, a young teenager falling in love with a human. Yeah, I generally would if I had kids, I would take my kids to go see the film. Especially for the singing was top tier. Do you understand that the race swap is a issue and I don't agree with it? My belief is that if a character is already one race, one color, a certain look, we should just like stick to that. If we do want to have more characters of a different race, hence black, we want more African Americans in films, instead of race swapping us to become something else, why not create our own films? Surely there's enough creatives in this world that can create black characters, black comic characters, black princesses, black heroes, black wizards, black sheriffs. Black people, we can do so many different things, but we don't have to race swap to become that thing. And that's just my common core belief. All right, well, thank you for watching this Little Mermaid review. I know it was funny. You're watching this still because you're still debating. One, you can trust me and you can go see the movie for yourself and create your own opinion. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Like I said, check out my books down below. Drink water. Stay away from soda. Don't do it. Get some water or get some like really healthy juice. Why not? Get some Arizonas. All right, you guys have a great night. I'll see you for the next video. Hey, no cap though. The flounder. Yeah, the flounder was so. It was so scary. It was so.